Jazz!
Hi T!
Big producer director, you know, we are not worthy. What does your job as a producer director entail?
So my main responsibilities as a producer director are producing. So producing content, coming up with the ideas of what we're going to film. Number 2 is directing, and so that's just organising how exactly we're going to film the content that we've produced. So that could be camera angles, that could be who exactly is going to stand where and where everything is going to be placed in the shot. And number 3, I'm a self-shooting producer director, which means that I myself shoot with the camera.
Why did you decide to become involved in TV production?
I decided to become involved in TV production because I've absolutely loved everything to do with television since I was very little. My family used to tease me and say I was like a human television guide because I knew when everything was on and the exact timing of everything. I could tell you just off my head. So I've always loved TV and I've always wanted to be part of the production team that make television.
When did you make a start in your career?
So I was 19 when I had my first job in the media, in television, and it was with the BBC, and I'd applied for a sports reporter internship at the BBC, and it was great. I loved it. However, I was just in my first year of university and I was studying optometry at the time, so I was training to become an optometrist, which is just a fancy name for an optician. So very far away from media and television. So I actually went back to finish my degree and worked as an optometrist in London for a while. Well, I say for a while, it was only actually for a few months before I realised that my passion really did lie in the media and in television, and I left the optician that I was working at that time and went straight on to try and find my first job in television.
What are top 3 skills that you need to become a producer director?
Number 1, you need to be able to come up with ideas. You need to be able to generate ideas in your head, good or bad, and be able to really find the best ideas that are going to make your production the best that it can be. Number 2, you need to be a good organizer. You need to be able to organize all these ideas that you've generated and make it all make sense. You need to be able to organize your team, and also on shoots you need to be able to organize exactly what's happening at each part of the day. Number 3, as a producer director, you're normally expected to be able to shoot. So that means that you shoot with a camera. So having the skills to be able to use various different types of cameras is also really quite important, and I would say something that you should really invest your time in developing that skill.
Who helped you?
So I've worked very hard to get to where I am today, but I cannot deny the amount of help and support that I've gotten from people along the way. This includes my friends and family and amazing organisations that have really helped me develop my skills. I worked at the Media Trust that really trained me up, gave me reporting skills, camera training skills and producing content skills, and also Creative Access, who were able to place me at my first independent television company in London.
What's been one of your best career highlights or achievements so far?
I think one of my career highlights has to be working on the big beast that is the BBC's Apprentice. It's an amazing, fantastic show, really fun but hectic to work on, and I absolutely love it. I've been able to travel with them. I've gone to South Africa and Finland to do amazing tasks with an amazing team.
What's been one of your biggest challenges during your career so far, and what did you learn from this?
I would definitely say one of the biggest challenges that I faced in my career so far was deciding whether to leave or stay at a company. So in terms of wanting to, develop myself, that is always a major thing for me, and I think that everyone should always be striving to develop and improve on themselves in their career and their personal life. And I was at a workplace where I felt like it was the opposite, and they were holding me down, and I didn't feel like there was room for me to progress, and so I had to make the decision to leave, which was unfortunate because I worked with a lovely team, and I really did want to stay. I'd always aspired to work at that company, but I took a lot of confidence but I think I just had to be bold and make the move, and as soon as I moved, you know, I've been excelling, so I guess I made the right choice.
What's your ultimate career goal?
My ultimate career goal, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not too sure yet, and I think it's okay to say that. As a producer director, I'm in a more senior position, and people seem to think that by now I should have figured out exactly what I want to do. And that's not the case. And I don't think that should be the case for anyone. And you shouldn't put pressure on yourself to think that you need to know. Yes, I want to continue progressing in the field that I currently work in, which is mainly factual entertainment television. I'd love to get into a more managerial role where I have a lot more responsibility on shows that are being commissioned. So that role would be as a commissioner, possibly at a channel, or maybe even an exec producer at a company who's really making those decisions about, you know, what kind of content are we making and what audiences are we trying to cater to that maybe aren't being heard. I'd love to be in that kind of role.
What advice do you have for young women who aspire to get into TV?
My advice to young women who want to get into TV is you can do it. I actually want you to write that down on like a big A3 piece of paper and just plaster it on your wall so that every time you wake up in the morning you see you can do it, because honestly you can. If I can do it, honestly anybody can. But yeah, you can do it, and just, you know, find that one thing, find that one reason that you're really passionate for wanting to work in television, and really hold on to that, because of course, just like this life that we're in, there'll be testing and there'll be difficult times, but you can get through it. And there's such an amazing network of people around you that you probably haven't tapped into yet within the industry. So make sure once you get into the TV industry, or even beforehand, you don't have to be working in the TV industry, but reach out to people that work in the TV industry and maybe take someone on as your mentor, or just get some advice from someone and really utilize the people that are out there and in your reach.
Thanks for joining me in today's Career Corner, Jess. It's been so lovely hearing from you, and I'm so proud to see the producer director that you have bloomed into today.
Thanks for having me, T. It was great sharing with you. Bye.